HR is just like any other part of the business. It needs to be managed in a lean way so that it can add real value, reduce waste, and contribute to the continuous improvement of the business.
Got Greg Mitchell with me again. Lean HR. Welcome back, Greg.
Thanks, John.
Hey, last time we had a good discussion about the importance of HR and how it needs to be a strategic part of the business versus an administrative function, right?
We did.
Let's talk a little bit about how we can make that happen, particularly with lean in mind, because lean does actually help drive a strategic view of HR, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And I think there's some enormous opportunities for HR to both add value to the business, but also reduce waste, which of course is a couple of the key principles of lean business.
So what are some of the things they need to do to achieve that?
Well, I think a good example of that is right at the start of the employee life cycle when you're looking at recruitment and selection. I've been into businesses where, frankly, they just, and literally I went and saw a prospect who said, when I was talking with them about their recruitment, they said, "Oh, Greg, we're really lucky. When somebody leaves, we generally have somebody coming into the shop, and if they look all right, we employ them." And I said, well, that's terrific if that works for you. But lo and behold, after a couple of weeks after that discussion, they rang me and said, "For goodness sake, Greg, come and help us. We've made the wrong decision and frankly buggered it up." So recruitment and selection, it's about understanding what sort of role that you want, clearly articulating the type of person that you want to fill that role, and then going through a rigorous and professional recruitment process.
So important, isn't it? I've often seen people, management, not having time to go through a recruitment process properly and make a mistake.
Yep.
And the fact is you're hiring somebody that could be with you for 5 or 10 or 15 years and create enormous value for the business if you get the right person that fits within your culture and works with you.
Yep, that's right.
And that's what you're talking about. HR can help with that.
That's right.
And of course, put the right processes in place you're talking about to achieve that.
Absolutely. And it goes beyond the actual selection decision, moving into the onboarding process. So bringing a person on board and then getting them to feel part of the business, giving them the knowledge, the information, the resources they need to get up to speed as quickly as possible.
I know you talk about the life cycle of employees, right? Yep. And taking them through that whole life cycle properly. And that's the HR role.
That's right. Absolutely. And I guess our role, I see HR's role as being supporting, encouraging, providing information and support to line managers. At the end of the day, line managers are principally responsible for their people, but often they need a bit of help to do that. It's also the role of the HR professional to make sure that systems, processes, remuneration, etc. are all aligned with the strategies of the business.
And of course lean, and we will talk more, I guess, later about what that really means, but keeping them very lean, ensuring fat profits, high efficiency, high return on the investment on the people investment.
Absolutely. I think we talked in a previous video, John, about the, often people can be the single biggest expense within a business. So it's really about managing that asset or that expense, if you like, and making sure that we really generate a strong return on that investment.
Okay, so the take-home message is for this discussion?
Well, I think it's that HR is just like any other part of the business. It needs to be managed in a lean way so that it can add real value, reduce waste, and contribute to the continuous improvement of the business.
And ultimately drive real profits to the bottom line.
Lean business, fat profits, John.
Good on you. Thanks, Greg. Good talking with you.
Thanks, John.